Well, if you're still tuning in, I'm going to tell you right now, I am more frustrated with this live stuff than you guys could ever be disappointed with me coming on late. It's, as I've been saying, if you've been watching for a couple days now, it's a lot of technology. I wish I could give you an idea of what's all in front of me, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And so apologies. So because I'm late, I'm really going to move forward with jumping into this pretty quickly. Hold on, let me make one more setting adjustment here, guys. One more. We're going to get this together here. So like I said, this is my preseason with all this live video stuff to try to have this where once the season comes in, you guys are not dealing with any of this stuff that I'm dealing with. So again, if you're still here, I appreciate it. So Chris Jenkins, credential media member for Charlotte Vibe, covering the Carolina Panthers. I'd like to say a word for you guys because I really mean it. Any questions that you have, leave them in the comments below, and I will always continue to go into that locker room and try to get questions from players or staff that you guys want me to get answers from. Excuse me. So today, I want to talk about Gerald McCoy. He signed yesterday, broke over on Twitter. I think Ian Rappaport was the first one who broke it. I talked to you guys about it last night. Today, he had a chance to meet with the media. So I want to get back online. You know what I say, right? This is interactive here. This is interactive. So I want you all to ask. Feel free to ask questions. I'm going to certainly tell you some observations that I have. I'm going to try to play some some audio from what I captured today. First time doing it, so hopefully it'll work right. And if it doesn't, then my apologies. But it's practice. Everybody needs a little practice. So let me first say what's up to Chris Johnson and Magnum PI, J-Dub, Kelly Burson. And the one thing that I don't know how to do is I'm not sure if I can hear this audio that's coming through. I'm going to try. So again, Gerald McCoy got a chance to meet with the media today. And the first question that came out the gate was about how this all came about. So I'm going to try to play this and share this with you guys, and hopefully we're going to hear this audio here.
And he just seemed so genuine, and it's like somebody that wouldn't lie to you, and he just kept it real. He didn't try and sell the organization or who he was. It just sold itself. And then
I think we're hearing it.
I had an opportunity to go to lunch with some of the players, and we just had like an instant chemistry.
Excuse my unprofessionalism if you're not hearing it. What's up, Black the Ripper?
His ability to be resilient and just find a way to win. Even in tough times, he just always had a history of finding a way to push through and fight through. A lot of people put more into that than...
All right. So I couldn't exactly hear, but that's why I had to have the phone up to my ear so that I could hear what was going on. And Gerald talked about how it was fortunate for him to come to this team. I need to find some head. I'm about to get mad, but I'm going to keep it together for this live broadcast because I can't hear it to talk over and repeat what he just said. But that was the first bit of the press conference in regards to Gerald talking about him being happy to be in Carolina and come on in. So I got another audio piece that I'm going to play for you guys. And there's going to be a little bit of a delay, but I'd rather there be a little bit of a delay and me know what they're saying than me not. And then, like I said, I'm struggling, but we're going to get through it. So here is some more audio. I decided to take the highlights from talking with Gerald and play it for you guys. So here's the second piece.
They should. The reason I'm here is because I was quoted as saying I wanted to go to a contender. And every ounce of me feels like this team is a true contender, and the NFC South champs are the New Orleans Saints, and they're known to have a great offense.
What's up, Cody, man? I'm trying to be a man of the people. I'm struggling a little bit today, as always.
The Carolina Panthers have been known to have a great defense. Well, just belief in me, and you want to go somewhere where you want it. And where they actually want you in the building. And the fact that, players were extremely welcoming to me, and one thing I heard is that the guys were pushing him like, hey, go get this guy. And that's what you want to hear, man. And you know when you
I don't know where exactly I cut that off again. Don't kill me in the comments about how I might have chopped off that audio. It's something that I promised that I will have closer together or tighter together as the season progresses. This is my preseason, but Gerald there was talking about the fact that he wanted to come here and he wanted to come to a winning franchise. And oh, so you guys is having conversations there within my chat. And, you know, it's long been said, defense wins championships, right? And Gerald was adamant that he didn't come here to, like, change anything that anybody's doing. He came here to just be a part of something that's great that they already have going on. And it's been well documented now, and he talked about it today. Here's the thing that I feel like sold him the most was not talking with Herney. I know a lot of people have talked about Herney doing a wonderful job, and no doubt Herney is doing a wonderful job. He did talk about Coach Ron Rivera and how Rivera talked to him. You know, it just felt so real and so much trust. But the way this guy talked about meeting with the players and feeling like he was recruited, first time he felt like he was recruited and just wanted to be somewhere so much, just like coming out of college. And he expected when this process first started that everybody's going to be blowing up, hitting his agent, but it wasn't. It was people reaching out to him. And he mentioned that, you know, Baltimore and Cleveland were strong contenders, and those two teams didn't do anything wrong. There were no negatives there. It was just it was just the fact that he felt so recruited, so wanted. He gelled so well with these guys when he was down in the locker room. And he said that was impressive with him because these guys could have been anywhere. They could have said, hey, I got something to do. We're going to leave it up to the guys upstairs, as you hear that expression a lot. We're going to leave it up to the guys upstairs to make it happen. But he's like, no, it wasn't one guy. It wasn't two guys. It was 4 or 5 guys. And not only did they go out to eat with him and take time out of their day, they went to a vegan restaurant. You know, like, you know, no meat. So obviously they're coming there just because they want him to come on the team. And that was something that was really impressive to him and made him want to sign with the team and has now signed with the team. My mom, her stories. What's up, Chris? Hey, please get a hold of Pat and ask him to make a reaction video. Pat Coltrane, I think he said that he's going to make his video tomorrow. So be sure to check that out. Shouts out to Pat. And then later tonight, I am going to be on Cat Chronicles, who has their production thing that I'm struggling with sometimes here down a whole lot better than me. But hey, Sarah. So let me play some more of this audio. I don't think I have much more left. Man, I don't know what audio that is playing.
you get there, guys want you on the team, and the respect they have for you. And I have that same respect for them, so I'm excited to see what happens. I'm a Panther, man. All that other stuff don't matter. I'm here, and I'm extremely loyal to where I'm at. And anybody who known me over the years, they just know that's who I am. You know, when I was at OU, I was so loyal to my school. On Valentine's Day, I dressed up as Cupid because I knew it would distract the other team, and I wanted to root for my team. I was at volleyball games, I was at softball games, I was at baseball games, I was at everything. Whoever I'm with, I'm extremely loyal to. So I'm a Panther. I'm a Panther through and through. This is my family now. With Coach Rivera.
So there you go. All the mistakes are done. But that was Gerald McCoy talking about meeting the guys and how loyal he is. And I hope that you could hear. I wanted to play the audio because I want you to hear his voice. You know, I was there in the room to get to watch and listen firsthand. And I like this guy. I am going to try so hard to pull every string I have to get in touch with him before the season starts, to get him in the studio for a one-on-one interview, which, you know, I plan to do some live videos with you guys so that you can partake in it. But he was just like, he's loyal. and he's a Panther. That's all that he's about right now. It's not about him. It's about contributing to this team and ultimately reaching that goal of the Super Bowl is what he wants to do. And he was asked about, you know, the whole Tampa thing. Did he pick Tampa? I'm sorry, did he pick the Panthers specifically because of Tampa? That might have had a little bit to do with it, but no, it was more about the players. Is he bitter about the whole 93 thing? He said, nah, he's past that. You know, that was his number. He's there. That's Tampa's thing to deal with. They did mention, though, that there may be some negotiations that's upcoming for Kyle Love, which currently wears 93. And I think, you know, my thinking is he might have a little bit of money to be able to get that from Kyle Love. What do you think? And leave a comment below if you think he'll be able to get that. So let me give a few shout outs, as you guys have been so nice to brave with me through these little mess ups here. Yes, for a guy who was never embraced by Tampa, I think he's going to easily fit. You think it's prove it a deal or just win now mentality. So Black the Ripper, in regards to his 1 year contract, Gerald said that this is something new to him. He's never been a free agent. He's never had to go through this. So it was a lot of newness, and he doesn't know what to expect. So instead of jumping into something long term that may end up not working out and that he just doesn't know what to expect about, he said he likes the 1 year deal, and then, you know, they'll revisit it at the end of the season to continue to go forward. But he seemed sincere when I, again, was reading his body language and in the room, that there was something that, because it's a new experience to him, he just wanted to commit to the 1 year. Yeah, hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps a lot. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Hey, I haven't had any super chats yet, but if you want to help donate, because I say I work for you guys because I'm 100% funded by your charitable donations to me running Charlotte Vibe, so feel free to hit a super chat in there as well. Cody, I've always loved his personality. The dude seemed like he was born to be a Carolina Panther. I mean, you know, when Don Tari Poe signed last year, he talked about liking these guys. And you know, I will say this, guys have different personalities. Don Tari Poe seems a lot more soft-spoken than Gerald McCoy. And McCoy said that he's glad that he's on a team with somebody as loud-mouthed as Cam Newton is, because he is himself. But he seemed like he just is so excited about his teammates. And I like that. You know, chemistry always helps in any sport. McCoy has nothing to prove. Win now. Black the Ripper 82 says that he agreed. So, as I do always, put the wrong graphic on there, but what's some questions that you guys have, and I'll touch on some other things about these Panthers and the signing of Gerald McCoy. If you are anxious to know when you're going to get him on the field, Minicamp does start next week. Let me see if I can get that exact date for you guys. Give me just a second. Yeah, so mandatory minicamp starts next week, late next week, June the 11th. So that's going to be actually a week from today is when the mandatory minicamp starts, and we'll be able to see him not in action like we do get to see in training camp, but we'll get to see him in action June 11th through June 13th. You like the shirt? Hey, my man Sheltron, I'm glad to see you in here, man. Sheltron, don't laugh at my production. If you guys haven't checked out Sheltron, I hope I'm saying his name right. Check him out. Another extremely good independent person that does YouTube videos. He lives and breathes Panthers. So, Sheltron, I'm glad you're on here because I do want to have you on the show some kind of way. Like, I like to spread the love with people. And if there's anybody watching that wants to have me on their show, minus all these technical difficulties that I'm having, let me know, and I'll more than gladly be on the show. And if you guys have questions, again, questions for the players, coaches, let me know, and I will ask. So this is interactive, so ask me some questions. We got about another, how many minutes? Well, we got about maybe another 10 minutes that I'll be on the show tonight. Do you think McCoy will be better as a rotational guy or as a starter in the 3-4 alignment? Mm, you know, I looked at the 3-4. There was a popular image on the internet going yesterday that had all of our tackles across the front. And had Addison and Burns, had them on the edges of those outside linebackers. And I don't know. I still feel like I would want to have maybe 2 defensive tackles and 1 true edge rusher on that front, because there's still some critical distance that you lose when you're being an outside linebacker than when you're straight up on the line on that edge rushing. I know Mario Addison has been working at both of those spots. I see McCoy as being, I'd have to have the roster right in front of me, but I don't know why he wouldn't be a starter. And I think some of that will play into the team that they're playing against and how they want to start off the game. So it's a lot of variables that go into that. And I feel like none of these people are going to care because of the fact that they're going to be changing from the 3-4 to 4-3 throughout the game and playing it to their advantage. And he's going to get significant time. Certainly going to get significant time. Yeah, Cody, I think I retweeted your image yesterday of that dream lineup, and it was pretty good. Brandon, I'm reading your comment here. Panthers are making some good moves. Panthers win now mode. Feel bad. NFC South quarterbacks. They are going to be worried. Yeah. Lots of excitement about this team. Lots of excitement about where we're going to go. I know some people want to nitpick and talk about our safety position because we only got Rashawn Golden back there. Maybe Colin Jones, which I know people are like, no, Colin, he's a special teams guy. But I'm telling you, Rivera said the other day that he liked Colin Jones' play so far. So, oh, and I didn't get a picture of this, but I don't know if you guys saw it, but this guy, he seems like he's going to be the Cam Newton personality on the defense. He had on lots of jewelry today, and his shoes were just like completely, I don't know if it was diamond out or whatever, but his shoes was sparkly all the way over. And that's a little bit of a fashion statement there. See if I can think of anything else. Again, due to the live broadcast, we'll be doing more of them. It's quite a bit of production work getting all my notes together in order to do it, but I want to focus on answering a few more questions before I get off of here. Feels like something special going on with our defense right now, and on top of that, Bruce Irving and Christian Miller, and we should be able to pass rush consistent. Yeah, Cody, I'm telling you, he talked about his relationship with Trey Turner. He talked about, I don't remember the complete list, Greg, Christian, Trey, and I believe Kawan Short were the guys that he went out to the vegan lunch with. And one thing that if you watch this team closely, you'll know that, and I can't say the other teams are different, but they like to have some fun. Everybody remembers that Super Bowl season and how fun that was and how much personality you got from the guys. And Gerald spoke about Rivera, let him know that his personality as it is will be welcome. Rivera had breakfast with the guy. He got in Thursday evening. Friday, he had breakfast with Rivera. Then he went to the facility, went through his physical there, met some of the guys, and then they went out to lunch. That was basically his time while he was here in Carolina. But he does seem happy, and there's a video on the Panthers website where he runs out the home tunnel and is like, I'm home. And he was asked if that was just for show, and he's like, nah, I'm loyal, I'm here, this is home. And I love how much sincerity I picked up from this guy. And Herney, I trust. Don't tell Pat. I'm not sure what you said, don't tell Pat, just Kate, but I'm going to tell him anyway. No, the outside pressure we're all hoping to have should really open things up for the interior guys. It's going to be fun to watch. Yeah, I can't deny it's going to be fun to watch. McCoy would take over the TD role for trash talk. Yeah, I agree with you there. I know it's a little bit early, but do you really think we can be contenders for this year's Super Bowl? Here's why I like how much more of a contender we are for this year's Super Bowl. Gerald said it himself about how defense wins championships, right? And then with all the recent stuff that's been happening on the defensive side, I was about to say, well, hey, let's not forget about how crucial our quarterback is, Cam Newton, to this situation, right? But this is the thing. If Cam Newton struggles or is slow, which, it seems like he's coming back fine, when you have such a defense like we have on paper right now, you got a lot of room for error. And let's also remember that Ron Rivera, toward the end of last season, took over that defensive play calling, and things, got better for us there. So if you're asking, is there reason to be very optimistic about making it that far? I say strongly yes. There's great reason to be optimistic about that. You have any information on whether Dontari Poe will be on the team for the 2019 season and put in his Pro Bowl NT position which best suits him? Don't fully get your question there, Miss Bautista, but he's on the roster. I don't see him going anywhere unless he just starts to fail miserably in training camp. He did have a disappointing year in my eyes last year, but we'll have to wait and see what he looks like. Sheltron, yeah, I'm on Twitter. Everything's at Charlotte Vibe, whether you want to message me here, Twitter, Instagram. Oh, don't tell him what. Oh, okay, yeah. I won't. Well, he's probably already heard the broadcast yesterday. But again, Pat, I strongly believe Pat's going to do a video tomorrow. He's been a little under the weather. So this basically means goodbye for Vernon Butler. Well, I will say this. You just made me think about this with that comment there. We released Mose Frazier in order to make room for Gerald McCoy. So he was the guy that broke his arm the first day of OTAs, and they released him. Vernon Butler, I think, could be on the outside looking in. They didn't pick up his option, and I feel like mentally, if he starts to fall down in that depth chart once training camp hits, that they might just decide to go ahead and cut bait with him at that point, because I know if it was me, I would already feel like, well, you're kind of telling me that you don't know if you want me to be here. And I feel like there's a difference between that option being picked up and being in a contract year and not having something renewed. So we'll keep an eye out on that. And maybe I should talk to Vernon about how he feels. He doesn't talk too much, but remind me. And again, when training camp starts down in Spartanburg, I have a lot more access to these guys than I do right now to ask questions for y'all. He who won't be named. Much love for the content, Chris. Keep pounding. Hey, I appreciate the love on the content. If you guys haven't done so, I strongly encourage you to hit that bell notification, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I would like to say that I have done the most one-on-one interviews with Carolina Panther players than any other outlet, and those are all fan-centered, so they're not X's and O's. They're pretty cool interviews for you to get to know the players. I ask questions directly from you guys, so glad that you enjoy it. I'm going to continue to do it, and like I say, I work for you, so there's other questions that you want, let me know, and I'll go ahead and get that done for you. Oh, I got you. Being in the nose tackle position, that's a possibility. Yeah, I see that as a potential. You guys talking about Vernon Butler being a wasted first-round pick. Hey, it happens, but we're making up for it pretty good here with the things that we are doing right now. So, yeah, thanks, Gelman, for that. You got to appreciate Dave Gettleman. So I'm going to be on just a few more minutes, and let me go ahead and throw this up here as I get ready to sign off. I work for you. You see it right there. I work for you guys. I work for you guys. So suggestions and comments, leave them in the comments below. Things that you want to see, things that you want me to do, people that you want me to talk to. Let me know. Don't be shy. Even if there's things that you don't like, you don't have to say it, nasty, because I am sensitive about what I do. But if there are things that you don't like outside of these technical difficulties, which again, there's a lot of new technology and things that I'm doing. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So that's why I'm trying to do them now. So I promise you, once the season starts, you're going to see a lot more things and no technical difficulties. I promise. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Again, I want to plug Cat Chronicles, who does an excellent producer. Now, when I talk about production, for those, and you guys shouldn't really know, but when you do the live video and you got these graphics like you see on there, and you got the audio that I was playing and different things on there, you got to literally, like, there's 2 monitors that I'm looking at right now, which has about like 8 different screens on it, and there's all these lights. Anyway, it's a lot that you have to do before you go on to do that. Cat Chronicles, I feel, does the best job with all of that on there. And I know there's other people out there, and they're good, but does a phenomenal job, I should say, with his production. So I'm looking forward to being on that show. Follow me on Twitter and all the other social medias to see that show coming up, I think tonight at 9 o'clock. Thank you, Michelle White. Thank you, Manuel. Again, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you guys missed the video I did with DJ Moore at the end of last season, we talked, we raced go-karts. Check that out. I talked to Taylor Moulton, Ian Thomas, a whole lot of guys, and we played games at the end of it. I forget who I played basketball against, but great videos to give you guys a chance to get to know these players. It's more than just a number on their back, which I think is a lost art and media these days. So Chris Jenkins for Charlotte Vibe signing off. Thank you so much for watching and bearing with the technical difficulties. I'll see you shortly.